Hi there, welcome to today's video, where today we are going to deep clean the Litter Robot 4. If you're looking at purchasing one of these items, I highly recommend it. No more scoop and poop as it does it for you. And you can give it a good clean every 2 to 3 months, depending on how many cats you have and how gross it gets. This video is not sponsored, it's a product that I purchased, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it along the way. So right here are your controls. This is the power, the rotate, the stop rotating, the dump, and the Wi-Fi. Now the rotate means a cycle. When your cat is done poo-pooing, it automatically senses and rotates itself. Okay, so let's get to the important part on how to clean it. Alright, so don't be too disturbed about this video, but my cat has used this quite a bit and I have put off on cleaning it, so it's actually kind of really nasty. So if you want to stick around, watch this. Feel free to stick around and watch this. Okay, so what I just did was I just ran a cycle, and when this happens, your little robot is going to do a full cycle. And I just want to show you because my cat, the poop tray that it has, it's completely full. Like I said, it's been a while since I've cleaned this. I didn't mean to leave it this long, but you can see there's a little bit of buildup on the edge. We want to get that all clean because it's not good to scrape all that along every time it goes empty. That's really full. Ugh, gross. And you can see on what is the bottom of where the cat goes to the bathroom, it's stuck on the inside there. So we want to scrape that all off. So I'm going to speed up the time here that it takes to rotate just to save us some time. So that was a full cleaning cycle. So now it's time to go in and start cleaning the actual litter box. I probably should have put gloves on, but I wasn't thinking. You can pull the front guard part off and that'll just help you clean your machine better. And I'm just using like a kitchen brush. Of course, it's not for my kitchen anymore. It's for cleaning this thing. But you want to try to brush off all those little clumps of poo-poo, doo-doo that's in your litter box. So it all lands in the bottom. I'm just trying to scrape a little bit of that stuff off that was hanging on the bottom part. And then we're going to do a full dump cycle where it will turn the opposite way as it usually does when it does a clean. And this is going to take all that litter that you have in your robot litter and dump it right into the bottom where all the poo-poo usually goes. And at this point you can turn it off, which just by pushing the power button, and then you want to unplug it. Now pulling your unit away from the wall, there are 2 buttons on each side of the back of the litter robot. You want to push them both in and remove the lid right off. There's a handle provided just to stick your fingers in and lift straight up. Now most people would take this outside in their backyard to rinse off with the garden hose, but unfortunately where I live it's winter and it's too cold to be outside. So I'm going to do this in my tub and of course sanitize after. And just wash it down really well. You can use dish soap or any kind of cleaner that you want to use. Just scrub it out as good as you can. When you're done the scrub job, just rinse it off really good. Then you can either wipe it down really well or set it aside to fully dry before you start putting it back together. You can also wash that guard that we first pulled off of the litter robot. And also if you have any kind of mat in front of your litter robot to catch any excess litter that comes out of your robot when your cat jumps out. Also give your screen, that air filter screen, a good rinse down as well. Now I believe this is a carbon filter. If it needs replacing, I'm sure you can order more on their website. Wipe all your pieces down and make sure they're very dry before you start putting the machine back together. Now I set all the pieces in front of my fan to blow air on it to make sure it's fully dry. So coming back to the main unit, you can see how much stuff is kind of just all over the inside of the machine. So you can vacuum it out. And I use baby wipes also just to wipe it out, as it's kind of everywhere and it's a little sticky. So I'm just going to do that and just wipe it all out. Just make sure it's clean. You don't really want to use water or anything inside of the unit, as there's, of course, electronics. So just be careful when you're cleaning. So now I'm just taking the vacuum just to suck up any of the extra crumbs that are just kind of in the back of the machine. And then I just wipe around the edge of the front of the machine with a wet wipe, except don't use the wet wipe or any wet cloth on the sensors on the top part. Next, I just pull out the drawer and take out the bag of poop. And you can do the same to the bottom drawer, just scrub it down and make sure it's dry. Add it to the collection of stuff that you're already drying. And while that's drying, I come back and then I just vacuum the bottom part where the drawer was, as there's some litter crumbs just on the bottom. So I did want to add in this footage. This was a time before when it was really full. I just wanted to show you how messy it can get when you leave it too long. So you want to make sure to clean it at least every week or every 2 weeks, depending on how many cats you have. But this one was pretty bad. And when I say clean it, that's just pulling the drawer and changing the bag at least once a week. Your cat will appreciate if you keep it a little bit more clean than I did when I first got this thing. Going back, the other little tip was if there's too many crumbs in the front little step tray that's there, you can just vacuum it out, as I don't think this rubber part comes out. But then, yeah, just shower it off after, as I showed you in this video. So getting back to just cleaning the inside of the bottom where the tray was, vacuuming all the crumbs out. If there's anything really sticky, you can go in and just wipe it out with a wet wipe. Once the unit is fully dry, you can start putting it back together. And then just place it back in the unit just by holding onto the handle so it sits right into the grooves of the back of the machine. And then place on the top cover, making sure that both sides click in on the right and left side. Place it back into position, not touching the wall and on a level surface. If you're looking to buy more clear bags, the company does sell them, but you can also find bags at Costco that are clear. So I found that out. That's nice. And you can buy a huge box for pretty cheap. And of course, my little boy had to go really bad. So he hopped in before I even got to turn the machine back on. So now just clean up the remaining little crumbs he had, finish filling up the machine up to that line. There's a fill line in the machine. I'm using a couple different varieties of litter and also like a scent mix. Turn your machine back on and then just give your machine just a cycle, of course, because he had poo-pooed in it. It'll run a lot smoother and better if you can keep your machine clean. Now, when I said scent mix, that was just it's like a crystal that takes the stink away. You can buy that at Walmart. And then you can just replace that litter guard on the front just to keep the litter in your machine a little better. So if you're wondering what kind of litter I am using, I had tried a bunch of different litters and I found out that the lightweight litter from Walmart, I don't remember what brand it was, but it worked the best in this unit. Now I have used Pretty Litter in this unit and I would not recommend it. If you're looking at using Pretty Litter, then don't use it in the robot litter because what it does is it gets really dusty and it bothers the sensors, which kind of like makes like a cloud dust over them. And then your machine doesn't work properly. So just FYI, letting you know about that. Also, clumping for poop is okay in this machine, but when it comes to pee, what the crystals do is it just dries the pee out, and so you can't really smell it. But the pee doesn't really clump together, as you can see right here. It just turns into like a powdery dust, and then whatever is wet kind of just sticks to the top or the bottom of the robot litter until it dries. So using the Pretty Litter, it doesn't really ever keep a clump of pee. It's not really the best for this kind of machine. The Pretty Litter is it's okay stuff, but just I didn't find it worked well in this machine. And my cat's like, where the heck does this go? This is interesting. So yeah, using Pretty Litter in this machine only really siphons out the poop and not the pee. The pee just stays in the crystals. So I just wanted you to know about the Pretty Litter working in this machine. Anyways, you'll find a litter that works for you. And like I said, I bought mine from Walmart. I think it was just the Walmart brand lightweight litter that I had used. Something that's not too dusty. Otherwise, it does bother the sensors. Mr. Milo was like,
this doesn't work too good in here. Can we change the litter? And I'm not really quite sure what's happening. Sniff, sniff. It's smelly. Yeah. Okay, I'm good. I looked. Bye-bye. Is it done yet? Because I gotta go again.
and there we go. That's how you clean the robot litter 4. This pad that I have, I ended up ordering off of Amazon. I think you can buy something similar like this on their website. Now, none of this is sponsored. This is a product that I fully bought myself, and I'm just showing you how to clean it if you're not sure how to clean their litter robot. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned a few different things. Give this video a like as it will help my channel if you like this video. Cheers and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Make sure to subscribe for all new videos. Oh, and I love this night light mode. That's really cool. Are you happy your litter box is clean now? See, woohoo! 2 paws in the air.